Welcome to Havers, the show where we sit down with people who have it all, whatever that means. Money, clout, six-pack, and hear the stories behind how they got it all. I'm your host, Christian, lead vocalist of the Chopstick Murphys, and today I'm talking to Win and Andy, co-founders of the Asian lifestyle and events brand, Ham Choi Life. On this episode, we talk about how to start something when you have nothing, how Viets are the littest, most attractive Asians, and partnering with Viet TikTok legend Peter Bui to throw an insane launch party. Hope you enjoy, and if you do, please connect with us on IG or email haverspodcast@gmail.com and tell us a little about yourself. And now for the show. So my producer Andrew, he always does research on the guests before you guys arrive.
Okay.
And then he writes me these like little intros to say, so bear with me. Today I'm joined by Win, Andy, and Tony over there in the corner, founders of the lifestyle brand Ham Choi Life. All young, semi-decent looking, in parentheses, some better looking than others, 5'6" adult Vietnamese males. You like Asians? You'll like these cuties, and they're all of legal age. Please welcome the Ham Choi boys.
Yo, what's up?
But yeah, so as we mentioned, you are founders of a lifestyle brand, essentially. Is that how you describe Ham Choi Life, or how would you describe it?
Ham Choi Life is definitely it's a lifestyle brand. It's supposed to give people a community, right? We want people to have a community of like-minded individuals who really are about like living your best life, living your life. Because when you're a kid, right, you don't really think about it as much. You're kind of just having a really good time, enjoying things. You don't see how hard people are working, your parents are working, or the behind the scenes stuff. But when you kind of like graduate or just become an adult, you get a job. But that job, you don't realize like, damn, like you have that job now for as long as you live, basically. We're like, okay, this can't be all there is to life. It's gotta be something else. So like, honestly, the founders, we were like, hey, let's get together. Let's figure it out. Like what is a life worth living? And we just kind of remember back when we were kids, like, you know, always be called like Ham Choi. Like our parents would call us, you're so Ham Choi. Like to them, really, it's a bad thing, right? The older generation, they want you to be Ham Choi. But we realized like a lot of people younger than us, the Vietnamese kids that are growing up here, they don't really know Vietnamese to begin with. Like, you know, that's the reality of it. We're like, okay, if we can teach you what Ham Choi life is, like we're kind of teaching you a little bit about your Vietnamese side. Yeah. And they kind of vibe with that. And it's really like the art of living.
I was gonna add on to that because you know Ham Choi, when people refer to it now, they think about partying. You know what I'm talking about, like drinking, going out, ratchet shit. Yeah. The thing was, when we were kids, we call it Ham Choi because we went out and had fun. You know, so like
what kind of stuff were you doing?
You know, like us riding bikes, playing tag, like playing manhunt. You know, like they call it. Hey man, that's why I know. I came out the closet when I was young, so like that's why it is what it is.
Is being gay Ham Choi?
Yeah, I mean, if that's your fun, like, if
it doesn't have to be my Ham Choi. That could be your Ham Choi, right?
True.
Like,
that's what it is.
For me, like, let's say I like to go out partying and stuff. For someone else, they can go hiking. You know, that's Ham Choi. That's their Ham Choi life. Like, they go work, they save for their hiking gear, they go hiking, they spend money on. Some people work and then they spend money on tables at the club. You know, whatever it is. But most people know it as spending money at the club or going out, you know, drinking, all that. But we're trying to say, like, there's more to that than just, that's not, like, what the Ham Choi is. It's like, we feel like it's whatever you think is fun for you.
Whatever
like,
brings you joy.
Yeah, whatever brings you joy, like, that's the Ham Choi life, man.
That's a beautiful definition. But you're saying in the traditional sense of the word, like our parents' generation, can you describe what the definition was for them? Yeah,
they basically, like, all right, if you in Vietnam right now, they basically think Ham Choi is playboy, right? That's their, like, translation. Our parents is like, you basically just like to have fun. Like, you don't want to do
work. Like,
you
just
work.
play.
You don't want to do what they think is like, because it's like a lot of times they'll call you like Ham Choi because you don't want to go to church. Right? Like, oh, I'm trying to play at the park, ma. Give me 1 more hour. Nah, you too Ham Choi. Get your ass to church, yo. Like, oh, you know, it'd be like that.
Okay. And can white people be Ham Choi?
Bro, anyone can be Ham Choi. Anyone can be
white
Ham
people
Choi.
be loving the Ham Choi when we explain it to them.
Really? It does sound like a very white people thing.
Yeah,
it's like they're like, oh, just live your best life.
Yeah, exactly. They love that. I'm like, yo, that's what we want. Like, you know, we want everyone.
Come join us.
Come join us. Like, come join us, bro. The party's big enough for everyone.
Yeah.
You know, anyone you meet that's like repping our stuff, like we want to make them feel comfortable. Like, hey, we can just walk them like, yo, what's up? You're wearing Ham Choi. Like, that's cool. Like, you know, we already.
Let's go take a shot. Let's go take a shot.
So it is about drinking.
You see us, yo, all right, we owe you a shot. We owe you a shot.
To us,
for the one time, it's like, yo.
But we'll pour up shots for people. Like, that's what we do. Like, like, you know, it's good to connect.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, though, a lot of Vietnamese people do love drinking. So probably too many of us, the definition does include, you know, drinking in one way or another, whether it's at the club or just you know, in
But-
the backseat of your
Yo,
car.
nyao, you know, like you ever had nyao sessions?
Oh yeah, that's just like
Yeah, that's-
straight up
bro, we
drinking.
were trying to
hanging.
bring
Those
that
are the
shit.
best, man. Those
Yeah.
are the good times.
Can you explain that for the non-Vietnamese people?
Explain nyao?
what nyao is?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So nyao is like essentially like we sit down, right? We're getting like appetizers, but at the same time we're like drinking and chilling.
Come together, have a good time. It's just,
Right.
yeah,
It's a good get together for sure.
Yeah.
Music, talking, drinking, food.
good people,
Food,
good
like,
vibes.
there's good food.
What do
Kids.
you want? You know?
Yeah, like at the
It's kind of like when we do like pre-games and it's just at the crib, at the table, all of us just sitting around. We're eating random snacks, drinking, having the best time. That's kind of how like
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
that's,
Yeah, that's
what it
like,
feels
oh,
like.
yeah, yeah, literally.
I feel like to me that's the best way to connect with your friends. Right, because like if you go drinking at a bar or a club, it's loud. You can barely talk. But when you're seated at a table, that's when I feel like you can really like have some great conversation. And it's
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
silly as shit.
like
Yeah.
you'll find out the craziest shit. From
Exactly.
know?
But okay, so let's get back to you starting the brand though. So at what point in your lives did you feel like, all right, we want to create a lifestyle movement out of this? Like we've been called this all our lives. This is something we believe in. When did you decide to change that and actually make a business out of it?
Honestly, I think for me and Andy, it happened at two different points. Because when we like before Ham Choi Life, there was like a group called Ham Choi Boys, and like that's what something Andy was a part of, and him and his boys, and then they met me. Like they didn't meet me, but we started like
We all grew up together. He went out to college for years. Like he was out in Syracuse, New York. So we couldn't.
Lights
we
up,
don't
yeah.
see him. Yeah, white man style.
Yeah.
But as for like Ham Choi Boys, it was at a time where I was like, I got a little too comfortable and I was like in a ditch, like, you know, like didn't know what to do. So me and two of my boys was like, which is one of them is the other owner. He's still the other owner to this day. We were like, yo, let's go to Cali for Halloween. So we're like on the plane, we're like, yo, let's call ourselves Ham Choi Boys. And we're all gonna have alter egos and we're gonna lie about our jobs to
I like
all these
this.
girls, you know what I mean? Like the whole thing, like I swear. It was
Sneaky Vietnamese.
Yo,
Just gaslighting women. I love it. I'm here for it. I'm here for
Gaslighting
gaslighting.
women is one of the Vietnamese men's key
yo,
characteristics.
no regard too. Like it was just like this is the best idea. This is the best
This
idea.
is the best shit. Like one of them had an uncle that connected us to a club, and they just literally gave us like real VIP treatment. Like we were right at the front. They really gave us the treatment at this club called Heat.
Do you have a table where
Yeah,
you
we
like,
had a table. We had like
just
the-
inviting people up?
yeah, like we were inviting people up. Like yo, they're like, why you guys celebrating? We're like, hey, you know, we're celebrating. We made some money doing our entrepreneurship. Like baby girl, let's pour up. You know.
Do you remember any of the lies that you guys were saying?
what we're about to tell you right now is Ham Choi confidential
Ham Choi
information.
confidential?
Right? Nah, I'm
Nah,
kidding.
it's not confidential.
Hey, yo, but it's the
I'm-
Ham Choi sauce. So you
Exact-
try, yo, if you're
one did-
watching this and you're doubting this, try this at home, and I promise you.
Wait, try it on your sister or what?
Whoa.
Wait, why'd you say
I don't know
that?
who you are. I don't know who you. That's not Ham Choi. That's not Ham Choi. That's not Ham Choi. That's
That's
No
actually a good
stepsis?
question. What is there a line for what is and what isn't Ham Choi acceptably? Like, oh,
Like-
I like hiking. Oh, cool, that's Ham Choi.
Any-
oh, I like diddling my sister.
Nah.
No, anything morally wrong.
yeah, come on. There's morals to Ham Choi.
Like we
Come
have
on.
morals, like
Yeah,
family. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
not
yeah.
taking care of your family.
That is taking care of your family in a certain way.
In a different way, it's taking care of it.
Family.
Yeah. What about your stepsister? Ham Choi?
Nah.
That's the gray area.
Well,
That's
see, the
scary
thing is,
gray
a
area.
lot,
That's not a great-
stop, win. The thing is, we gotta relate to like a lot of the whites, like that's the Caucasians. They like to do that. Like the thing is,
Yo.
morally, it's not blood, right?
No.
No.
So, like,
And a
That's
lot of
a-
whites,
But
even if
in
they are
another
black.
way, it's morally wrong too. though.
It
It's
is
not-
morally
It's not
wrong.
morally wrong in blood. It's morally wrong in a different way.
I wouldn't say
guess-
wrong.
I guess-
I'll say frowned upon.
Frowned
It's frowned
for
upon.
sure.
Like me, us personally in my group, we wouldn't do that.
What about-
But
yeah, go
if
ahead.
we were to meet someone that was like when they were drunk as shit and they're like, "Yo, bro, I've been banging my stepsis," I'll be like, "Yo, bro," I ain't gonna be like, "Yo, that's not." I'll be like, "Hey, man, do what you gotta do."
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
he's just living his life at that point. That's
Yeah.
not you're not living the Ham Choi life, right?
Okay, so-
Right? You're still living your life, but we don't claim that. We don't claim that. We don't claim that.
We don't claim it.
Please don't. That's not us.
Okay.
We'll tell you here right now first.
Yo, before we get canceled early, we're not trying to get canceled early.
Right, okay, I feel you. I
Then
feel
you guys fucked up by coming on this podcast.
So it was during the drop shipping era. So we're like, yeah, e-commerce. We're doing e-commerce. My name is Grayson.
But that's very
My name
believable.
is Grayson.
Grayson.
Why Grayson?
Oh, I can't give out.
Why
I can't give
Grayson?
my alter ego. The other owner,
Yeah.
his name was Mason, and that's my brother. Because we're both Asians, and somehow we have like full-grown beards. So we're
Yeah.
like, even though we weren't related, we're like, we can pull it off. So let's say like Mason was over there talking to people, and I walk over. It was like, yo, this is Grace, and then like this is what we do. Like it was always we had the plan going no matter what. And during that time, I had a girlfriend. It was shaky. It was coming to the end, you know. All the bros like they know like that's the game time. Like I was trying to pull shorties for them. And the problem was they was also pulling short. They already got girls for themselves. So like I shit you not, we walked in there. I come in, I'm like, yo, I got like 8 shorties with us, like pulling up. Like we're like, yo, we get here for a fun time. We pouring up. They're already in there with like 10 hoes.
And where do you find these people?
Right in the fucking club. Like yo,
how are you going up to them saying like, hey,
bro? I'll be like, cause like how the stage is, it's like we got a good table, so we're like a little bit raised. I'm like, I just point them like, come here. And then they'll come. If not, I'll just walk down, like walk around, and then I'll keep in mind a lot of them is Viet.
yeah,
So if I target a Viet girl, I'll just walk up and I'll be like, am I?
oh yeah,
I just literally hit them with that, and they'll look at me like I'm crazy, but they understood me.
right.
And then I'll be like, yo, I got, you know what I mean? I'll just chat up with them. I'll be like, yo, I got a table, like come, let's have some drinks. Like I got too many bottles, I can't finish it.
He raises
So
them up.
like you know, we start pouring them up, and then as fucked up as it is, like we had to start kicking people out, and we had a group, very beautiful women, but it turned out they were scumbags because they took our table, like the table they recorded, made like a TikTok that got mad views, and I'm like, you know what I mean, gotta tag the boys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was one of those, but then that made me realize like, yo, this is what people do for content, you know what I mean? And if that's the life I want to live, like and record it and like, you know, blow it up for everyone to see, I was like, this is why we gotta start Ham Choi and all that.
Interesting. So what you're saying is that moment of almost getting done wrong or done dirty by these girls posting you at a table.
No, they did. Like it's out there. Like,
But that made you realize that this is like kind of that brand that you want to portray, which is like luxury life, going out like.
Yeah, like,
lavish.
cause right at that moment, cause we, like I said, we were lying about being,
Right.
we got it like that, you know, and then they posted it, and it's crazy how we found it. I literally don't know how we found it, but we found it the same fucking day somehow.
Did someone? What was the video like? Oh, partying with these like millionaire drop shippers.
Nah,
and then it went viral.
You know
and
what's
one of your boys saw
you
it
know
and
what's
sent
the
it
worst part? I wish it was that. But it was fucking. They made a lit ass video of them because they were like, we're talking about they were shaking booty.
Yeah, they were
Like,
crazy.
everyone was like,
I
we're
see
talking
that,
about
I
like
see that.
everyone coming in. The shorties that weren't lit, we were like, yo, you gotta go. So they know, like, if you at our table, like, you gotta, you know, get right. Like, we're just having fun. Like, it's not like, yo, we're trying to, you know, fuck or like talk. Like,
Right,
we
right.
want to create an atmosphere where people go up, like, yo, everyone's having fun time. Cause you
Let's
know,
party.
you know when you're out and you're having fun time, but you see people just being weird, standing there, like, yo, what is this dude doing?
Yeah,
like,
he's
they're-
like jerking off in the
yeah,
corner.
like jerking off the corner, like my
Yeah.
boy, like let's go have fun. You could come have fun. Like there's
Yeah,
enough fun for
yeah.
everyone.
But what if this is his Ham Choi? He's like,
No.
Like
We're gonna
behind
push
closed
those
doors.
boundaries. We're gonna push those boundaries.
And anything behind closed doors, we don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like
But when you're
whatever
out
you-
with us, when you're out with,
we don't
we're
know
all
about
do
that.
have a good time right here.
right.
But yeah, like and then after all that,
That's
it really opened my
yeah.
eyes, and that's when I was like, damn, this is a different life that we
Yeah.
could be living. Like why not like try and make it a reality?
So you went back. You came back to Boston, and you said kind of everything fell apart for you. Like what?
Yeah, like
Can you
I
describe
came
what that
back.
meant?
I was back to being comfortable. I realized, damn, my life went back to normal. I was literally in like a 4-year relationship, and you know, it was a great relationship. Like nothing, not saying nothing bad from it, but at the very, you know how at the very end of relationship, it's not always the way it started. So I came back, rainy night, and then I literally went out for my friend's birthday, ate Korean barbecue at you know Sura?
In
Mall?
Medford.
Yeah, Medford.
Yeah,
we ate at
shout
Sura.
out Sura.
I had a Civic Si. I built it, put
Nice.
all my money into it, boosted everything. Crashed my baby on a rainy night, and literally then within 24 hours, my girl left me too. And then after that, that's when I was like the click happened. I was like, yo, like that was like. I was like, yo, this is like what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go pursue what I got time now. I'm not comfortable no more. Like it's time to eat.
So at this point, Andy realized he wasn't living the life he wanted. On top of that, he was kind of fat, had no cars, and no hoes. But his recent California trip opened his eyes to what life could be. So he hit up his childhood friend Win, who was up in Syracuse amongst the whites. And in this next section, you'll hear another voice chime in here and there. A voice that sounds suspiciously like a black guy. That's Tony, head of security.
So I reached out. I was like, yo, let's go up to Syracuse to party with Win. So we went up, started clinking up. we were always boilers. Me and Win was always trying to do, whether when we were kids getting scammed by crypto, getting scammed by all, like we were already trying to do something. We knew we were gonna do something, but we didn't know what. So he was in a fraternity.
Man's just sharing all my secrets.
Yeah, you want to talk about sauce? We talking about sauce. Yeah, turn off my mic. Yeah, we talking about sauce. We talking about sauce. He's in his fraternity, lambda us.
Oh, of course.
Rap, bro, y'all know
But so he was in it. He invited us up because we're dropouts, bro. So we.
So yeah, so
You too?
Nah, I just graduated from UMass Boston last year.
Congrats.
My boy, he got that 1,000. He got that 1,000.
got that 1,000. They gave everyone graduating that day 1,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
There was like 600 people graduating, and everyone got 1,000 each. They had like 10 duffel bags full of envelopes with like 1,000 cash. Like it was crazy.
Yo, someone
blessed.
That's
like
crazy.
yo, Ham Choi Life
Someone
will do the
blessed,
same
someone
one day.
blessed.
Wow.
Co-owner of the Celtics.
Oh. You know who? So I went to UMass Amherst, and you know who always blessed us?
Party's crazy, huh?
Yeah, but it was Bill Cosby.
Oh yeah.
Did they roofie every drink?
Yeah. They would always say like, "This was brought to you by Bill Cosby."
Yeah, they give you your money.
Wait,
and
that
tablet.
pre or post?
Free.
Pre. Okay. He wasn't canceled yet.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah, but yeah. So okay, so go on. You were in Lambdas, and then
We lived in that house, bro. I slept on the frat floor, bro.
Nice.
Where they fucking party. Yo, I'm talking about like that's how slam we were.
Nasty, bro.
Nasty as fuck.
Dude, sleeping on the floor
I
in our
lived
front
there. That
house.
Yo,
shit's
we were
nasty,
making like
I tell
4
you.
a.m. fried rices, bro.
Yo.
Fried
Only-
rice at 4 a.m. All karaoke. Yo, we have videos of yo. After this, I need to show you guys.
Yeah,
Like,
that
we
sounds
literally
lit.
have videos of us just like record. Like we knew like yo. This is content. Like we're gonna have like this is either it was memories to look back. So we
4
threw down
a.m.
camera.
fried rice. After the party, we threw a crazy banger.
Banger.
We throw the house
Crazy.
drums. Like we would throw the parties and yo, fried rice. After everyone left, it's just the boys.
Yeah.
And we got boys pulling up because they hear fried rice is coming, but it's 4 in the morning. They don't give a
drunk.
fuck. They're like food. Like
They're lit for
Yeah,
that.
you know, broke college boys. Like, you know what I mean? We're like yo,
kimchi fried rice. That was what we
we were making we were forced. We were chefing that shit up.
damn man, you love rice, don't you?
I love that shit.
So
So after us partying up there and stuff, and like not knowing people, but people just started liking us, we're like, maybe we could do something. Like we just know how to have a good time around people.
yeah,
So when he came back, I was like, yo, Win, like he already knew what's happening. I was like, yo, Win, I want you with me on my team. Like this is what we're doing. And he knows more than me. Like he went to school for business. Like I'm just a dropout.
oh yeah.
So he got the vision. Like he knows what to do, how to get to what we want to do together. Like let's run it.
With Win now on board, the brand begins to take shape. His business education and mentors provided much needed guidance to help set direction and identity for what was to become Ham Choi Life.
Honestly, after that, like that's when I kind of like officially
Was
kind
on
of
the
started
team.
on because I also like I just graduated, right? So I'm
Right.
like, okay, now I'm kind of got the time. I'm like, all right, I'm spending on Ham Choi boys at the time, and then honestly, I like kind of thought of. I asked a few people that I knew, just kind of like, hey, this is these are what my boys are trying to do. Like this is the idea that they're giving me. Like, what do you think about it, honestly? Like, and these like kind of mentors, they kind of just told me they're like, Ham Choi. All right, now you're targeting Asians, right? And then you kind of a little bit deeper is like Vietnamese people. And then now you add boys to it. That's Vietnamese men. So now you're cutting like
as
that
fuck.
target market
Yeah.
even in half.
Honestly, yeah. Looking back, that sounds
pretty
kinda-
good, right?
So
You're kind of shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah,
we
right,
really
yeah,
shot.
it's
We're
like-
like, yo,
so-
what the fuck?
yeah.
But
So I was like, and he told me, he was like, yo, do the mood board, do the proposal, do everything. I was
wow.
like, okay. So like, I knew like, that's really why like they kind of brought me on board too. Like they knew they're like, okay, like, yo,
You have the tools to like.
yeah,
he
run
knew.
this. Like,
He
I
went-
went, like,
he
like,
went to
we're
school
doing a
for
mood
this
board.
shit. Like you know what to
He's
do.
like, come on, you gotta, that's what we gotta do.
Like,
That's
we were
that's
cooking.
the one. That's the
You guys
basic.
are way more official than I thought.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, bet I got this. I'll do it. And I came to, I was like, okay, like what fucking phrase can attract a whole? Because we still wanted to keep the Ham Choi in there. Like we didn't want to change it completely because it's like we want to give that like shout out Vietnamese love. We're trying to spread that. We're trying to teach people. So I was like, okay, you know what? Life. Like whatever we do, Ham Choi, life.
Right.
Like that includes everyone, right? Like, and it's like we'll take that includes like, all right, the men, the women, and then but also like life,
Children.
like
Midgets.
yeah, it doesn't matter. The midgets, it doesn't matter. Anyone. Look, it's life, yo. As long as you're living, you're part of the Ham Choi life.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you hate your life and you're miserable, you're not living the Ham Choi life. No matter how much you want to, that's not it. It's like you gotta enjoy it. Because the thing is, you only have today. You have these next few seconds. Think about it. Enjoy it. Like the fact that I personally think I'm like, yo, the fact that you can live or you have the next day, like be grateful and try to kill it. Because like some people out there, they don't got tomorrow. And so at that time, I just graduated. I went and I actually traveled to Asia for like, graduation, like, like congrats type thing. But like before I left, I kind of told them, I was like, hey, you guys, like, y'all trust me? Like, y'all trust me? Like, y'all really trust me, right? Like, y'all, like, we can do this. Like, cause I got a plan. Like, I made the pitch, I gave it to them. I was like, this is what I want to do. This is what, if this is what you guys want to do, like, yo, I think this is it. Like, this is what we can do. Like, we have to do this. We should do this, and we'll get there. So now I'm across the country from my boys that we just decided to start a business together. And I'm like, yo, and they're like, we trust you, bro. We trust you. I'm flying across the country. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Yeah. But funny story is like, but thing is like, we still like was working on our craft. Like I still remember like, yo, I'm calling them from a cafe in Manila, and I'm talking to the boys, and we're talking about Ham Choi Life. We're talking about getting this. We're talking about doing this. We're setting our schedule, and I'm just like, yo, like. This is crazy. I'm like, yo, fresh out of college, don't really know too much. I'm like, damn, like I'm doing this. I'm like, this is like, it's not that hard because I'm literally doing it. So it's like, it's not impossible. So it's like, why can't I make this a reality? Kept on going on that trip. I actually went to like 6-7 countries in like 6 weeks. Damn. And so I was traveling. So every week it was a different country, different people, different like social scenes, right? Yeah. So it's like every country. I promise you, over there, bro. When they're partying, it's like imagine like the whole place is partying together. Even if I bump into you, I'm grabbing you, and now we're partying. Like it's just so crazy. Like you can't make that shit up. And like, in Vietnam, I promise you, like you partying, people are gonna come to your table. If you're a good vibe, you attract good vibes, right? Like you attract what you put out there. And things like I was like, why isn't that? And I flew back to America. Why is it not like that in America? I was like, yo, let's try to make it more of like a community out here. Like that, let's make Ham Choi Life like that. Like make sure we do that. And so for me, that's why I was like, all right, bet. Like I come back to the States, let's run this shit, boys. And we started like we was good cooking.
So when Win gets back to America with fresh perspective and motivation, Ham Choi Life hits the road, planning their first event. But there's a major problem. They have nothing at the time, not a lot of money, and even more importantly for a brand based around events promotion, no following. So they decide to hit up one of the biggest, most well-known Viet influencers to partner for their big launch. Like a large part of the business or the brand is events, right? It's parties. And so take us through your thought process there. Like when you got back, like what's the next step?
Yeah, so we were actually, when we started, we got back. Like, yeah, we were talking everything, but we weren't actually, I feel like we were still in the slow start of the business. Like, of even like, I wouldn't even call us a business yet. We weren't. We were just a group of guys trying to do something together, right? We had an idea, we had like the proposals, we had the decks, but we weren't anything serious. We're like, yo, we're testing. Now we're testing this shit. We got the plan. Let's go test this shit for like the next 4 or 5 months. We want to do it. Like, so we first started like, hey, let's do Lunar New Year. Let's start officially. Let's kick off Lunar New Year's. That gives us 4 or 5 months. We can plan anything from manufacturing our events, have everything settled. You know, like we can actually be prepared. And we started cooking. We started making the designs. This is the shirt we're gonna make. This is how we're gonna produce it. Okay, this is the event we're gonna go to. At first we thought it was gonna be Boston, and they were like, nah, you know what, like, fuck it, let's go to Atlanta. Let's not do Boston, let's go to Atlanta. So we were like, all right, we settled on Atlanta. So it's gonna be a group of guys going to Atlanta, selling some shirts, and pushing out Ham Choi Life.
At like those little like vending tables, bro.
Yeah.
We're at like a vendor booth, bro. Like we're talking about.
But we changed the idea. We're like, okay, you know what? Let's hit up influencers. Like if there's a local influencer, like let's hit them. Doesn't hurt to ask them. We emailed so many people, just anywhere, everywhere, and like honestly, we got a few responses, and we had calls with them, but it was really like one person we kind of really wanted. Shout out to Peter Bui.
Shout out Peter Bui.
Yeah, like I know. No, like we knew, like for us, like I don't watch a lot of TikTok or social media a lot, but like I knew, I was like, yo, as a Vietnamese figurehead, I was like, yo, if I'm gonna start this Ham Choi thing, I'm like, yo, he's funny, like I think he's Ham Choi. Like, we want someone that we don't want to just bring any famous influencer. We want to bring someone that's at least Ham Choi, because that's gonna connect with us. Yeah. We bring him in, and the way we got it was one of the owners. He was up at like 2 a.m. He DM'd Peter on Instagram. And Peter just happened to be in Vietnam, so that time's reversed, right? So now he's up, and he's like, "Yeah, let's hop on a meeting." We hop on that meeting, and we throw our pitch, and we bomb it. Yeah. Like we bomb it. Like we're like, fuck. We're so far from what we thought we could. Like we schooled us. Yeah. Peter just showed us that there was levels to this game. Oh yeah. And he was like, damn, like we're not there. Like we're really not. He low-key, he humbled us. He humbled us. For sure.
Yeah. Talk about how he did that.
Yeah. So,
imagine this. Like we're like, yo. We just got Chopstick. Like we don't even know you. Like it's our first time. We got no. We're like, yo, bro. We're gonna like bring you down here. We're gonna house you. You just gotta take some photos for our brand. We go out party together. We staying in the same house. We party after everything. And on Sunday we'll go out to the festival. Like you just chill with our booth, and we'll try to sell shirts. If not, like we just hang out with like whoever comes sees us.
and then we'll fly you home, and then we'll fly
Yeah,
you
fine.
home.
That's literally how we said it to him. With
Yeah.
no paperwork. He was just like, bro, what?
Because like we showed, because things on our side, like to be fair, like the things that we had, like we were like, yo, like we didn't even show any pictures. We just still like, we're like, this is what we have, like Atlanta white. We're just saying it. We weren't showing any of it, but like
No,
we-
no.
It was
in our
written
mind,
down.
like,
We're like cooking. We're like, yo, my
yeah,
boy, we're
right.
cooking it
We're like,
up,
bro, this is fire. I promise. You want to
Yeah,
come?
we fire, bro. Like, you want to miss this?
He's like, who are these two fucking tweakers?
Yeah, bro. They're tweaking. They got
Yeah.
that good, bro.
Yo, and the funny thing, like Peter was just like, you know what though, like I could see what you're talking about. Just like you know what, take your time. Like, yo, I'll give you till Monday. Let's have another meeting. Let's act like this doesn't happen. This is what you guys should do. And he kind of like walked us through some pointers, just gave us some, some tips.
What was he saying that you guys were missing? Was he like, this just doesn't make sense? Or was he like, I just need to know details?
just-
It's just more
Unprofessional,
like,
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
more like
yeah,
the details
okay.
getting into it. We were maybe a little bit too casual with it. And you know what it is?
Like
It's
he's
good-
in
yeah.
the scene. Like he's like, he has like his company Eclipse, and it's like nightlife. Like he's in the scene. Like where, we just like boys. We were hopping on like, yo, we just got to tell us do straight up how it is.
Right.
But he's like, bro, we need like paperwork. We need all this to make sure like
contracts. all that.
contracts. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit, like this level.
Well,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
We're like, we didn't know
Listing out
about
what the talent's gonna get,
Yeah,
like
like-
expectations, every like,
Oh, wow.
like honestly, I thought like the first call we were gonna be like, it was more like chill, like as long as I kind of tell you the idea, if you really want to get serious, we can have another call and like we can run it.
Yeah.
But then like I guess like yo, when they run it, like it's like yo, we want it from the start. I was like, all right, you know what? I bet gave us 3 days. Yo, we go back. We literally start staying at each other's houses, like just working nonstop because it's Friday, Saturday,
And we
and
didn't
Sunday.
know what to do, like
Yeah,
what
we
to
were just,
write.
yo,
You know what I mean?
Figuring it
Yeah.
out, getting the mock, because we had to get mock-ups done because our whole everything,
mock-ups.
because we said
For
we
the
were gonna
shirts.
we said we were gonna do
wow.
a photo shoot with them.
Yeah.
I bet if you're gonna do a photo shoot, I want to see
Yeah.
all the shit that you're doing.
Oh, shit, we
I
got
bet.
nothing,
Like, let's
bro.
show it. Let's get it done.
Yeah, I
Let's
was
get it.
kidding? No. Okay.
So we we just kept on working at it, and by Monday we had it done. Like
Wow.
we finished it, and like it was crazy because we stayed up so late every night, and like I guess by the end we were kind of tired. No funny, I felt it. I was like,
Yeah.
but it felt very good. Like it felt very satisfying.
Right.
Yeah. So now we're waiting for the meeting. It's about to be time. Okay, the meeting time starts, and then now we're like, okay, all right, Peter's not calling yet. Okay, shit.
flaked on us.
Yeah, he was like, damn. Now it looks like he flaked on us. Like,
Yeah.
okay, time goes by. We're like, all right, you know what? All right, fair. Let's just, we're like, all right, let's just
Like,
roll
fuck it,
next.
bro. We weren't like
roll
that.
Next.
Like,
Yeah,
we-
we
yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
We fucked up. We should have came prepared, ready the first time.
Right.
Right, and then but it happened to be like later that night. I get a phone call like 2 a.m.
He was like, yo, I was fucked up.
Yeah, he was just like,
Like,
he
real
was,
shit. That's when I'm like, yo, he's Ham Choi. He's like,
That's
that bad Ham Choi.
hilarious.
It's
It's
like,
like,
yo,
I can't be mad. I
can't,
can't be
like,
mad
it-
because I feel the same way. You're out in Vietnam. Of course you're gonna be partying. Yeah, fuck with that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's really cool of him to even like get back to you. You know.
for
Yeah,
real,
yeah,
right? I was like,
yeah.
yo,
Like,
fuck
so-
with that.
That's
we
crazy.
really did, like, that's.
So then you hop on a call with him, or
So yeah, me and Josh, we hop on a call with him and we kind of give him our proposal now. We now this time we're showing him everything. We're kind of running through the itinerary, down to literally every second of what we're doing that whole weekend. And he's like,
food, everything.
yeah,
Wow.
he's like, this is great. Like, I really like this. Do you guys? And he basically at that point was like, oh, do we want to have Bocce, who is another influencer out there? And we were like, yo, honestly, like, why not? Like, if you say like you kind of vibe with him already, we want that because it's like, okay, now you're gonna bring 2 people.
Yeah,
that
so
can
it's
vibe.
like
'Cause
he's not alone. He's not
yeah.
like, damn, I'm just here with these randoms.
Right.
He's like, I got my
Yeah.
boy at least with me.
Yeah.
So we're like, yeah, fuck it.
how much? What resources or like money or connections did you have going into this?
We bootstrapped that shit from our pockets, and we did have
so,
the
like,
resources.
honestly, like I say it's like the network. Like one of our owners, he had the network. Like he got it done.
Like the housing, like we stayed in like this thing called the Atlanta White House. It was literally the replica of the White House.
Oh,
That's
it was
where our
crazy.
shoot
It
was.
was crazy. It was crazy.
I've seen that. Yeah, that
that-
was crazy.
The Lamborghinis, the Rolls Royce,
And he got all that.
all that.
And what is he just like? Is he rich? Is he just know people?
It's people.
He's
too
definitely
late.
connected for sure, and it definitely helped us excel what people were seeing of us.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
because you kind of need that flashiness
Yeah.
to be taken seriously sometimes.
Exactly.
With Viet TikTok legend Peter Bui now on board, the team got the clout they needed to promote a banger of an event. Leading up to it, they scheduled meet and greets and photo shoots and other community events for Vietnamese people. Then finally, the party.
Yo, if y'all watched our video, y'all would know like that shit was crazy. I promise you. I know they
Tony,
would've,
before Tony go,
yo.
before Tony go.
That's because I got there first. I went there with Bashi and Peter, and when we got there, it was like it was.
Yo, wait,
packed.
no, sorry to pull you back.
Yeah.
So Botch and Pierre was talking about security. We're like,
Oh yeah.
security? Bet.
We got you.
We got you. We
No,
got
no, I'm not here.
I'm headed to the gym, bro. I'm headed to the gym, bro. And then Andy was like, "Yo, come in my car." And I'm like, "What's up, bro?" And then he was like, "Yo, we got something coming, bro." Telling me like, "Yo, I gotta be head of security." I'm like, "Bet, fuck it, fuck it," because this is their first event. I know how much this means to them. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what?
right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'll support it. I'll do whatever you got me to
And
do.
love that.
And
And then
then
I had some backup too. And
We
the
had-
backups were my like close boys too.
Yeah.
You know, we like a little
Like our
circle with
squad.
it.
Yeah.
So when we got there, I was like, yeah, they needed security for this shit. It got crazy.
Yo, it got
Yo,
crazy.
I'll tell you this. He'll build off the story, but I'll tell you this. We were in the club. Two occasions, girls, on everything, grabbed them. Then I was trying to kiss him. Motherfucker.
Bachi and Peter?
No, him right here.
The head of security?
Head of like, he was like,
Yo,
he
he's
was like,
cooking.
nah, I'm working. Like, fill it in.
Nah, no bullshit. Like I realized like, yo,
was
like
crazy,
my
bro.
point of there, like it was like, cause I was able to like drink and shit before.
Yeah.
But nah, there was a lot of girls coming at me for sure, like
Yeah.
just like want to dance and vibe out. But like I was more like securitizing, like our
elbowing them
sponsors,
in.
you know, keeping them safe, bro, keeping them safe. Cause I know like the girls gonna come and stuff like with these events that we're gonna have is like
They come and go.
they come and
man.
go. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So I'm like, I gotta show them like what Ham Choi is really about, even with like the workers. So now it was pretty good. Like it was a good
Pushed them
experience for
away. It
sure.
was
Like
like,
nah,
bro,
Atlanta was
I'm
definitely
working.
Atlanta
That's
was definitely a
amazing.
vibe for sure. Like
Dude,
it was my first time there too.
man, because that hard work is also Ham Choi.
Yeah, I could have shown them like, yo, I'm that like I had to show that I was built different. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more than just it's more than fun and games.
Literally push girls up.
You're like boxing them out of the section.
Yeah, and like yo, the section. I'm telling you, like, the section was packed, bro. I didn't even want to do that to her.
I love that.
We be being scared of all these motherfuckers. That's me. That's Tony. That's Tony.
After Handy, bro, he was working. Yo, you were work. Yo, we told you in the contract you gotta be sober.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
Bro, we made him sign contracts where I was like, yo, my boy's like, I love you. Like, I feel like this brand's gonna be big. Like, we're signing this contract. If y'all fuck up this event for us, we're not inviting you to no more
Yeah.
future event. It was that we were strict. We were serious. Like, even though we grew up with them, like, I
You
will like all
banned.
this.
You
Like,
banned.
Oh, yeah.
you're banned. Like, you fucked it up for us. Like, you're
Yeah.
banned.
I went towards my pace, so you know I was drinking, but like I wasn't like going crazy. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, it turned out to be like from 5 shots to like 50 shots, bro. Like it was crazy. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was fucked up,
Bro,
So how did it feel? Like, walk us through when you're standing up there in your section, you're looking around at what you put together. What are you seeing? What are you feeling? Like, are there just like people screaming? Are there ABGs? Or
Yeah,
like,
how
what's
many
going on?
ABGs? How many? Precisely.
I'll let Andy go first. I'll let you go.
Alright, so I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna be as raw as like when we came up, there was a few dudes, more dudes than girls. You know, I have my boy, the security. Shout out, Soap Mommy. He's a black guy. He's a
Okay.
black guy there. If you ever see him, I've known since I was 3. He's the one that put me on game with the girls. You know how to talk to them. Like he's the one. So, but by then I was already kind of trained. You know, he was like, you know, if I ever had problems, I hit up the chat. And my boy, I'm stuck with it. I'm stumped. They'll always cook some shit. Fire. But long story short, we went out. Sheldon, Soap Mommy, we're like, let's go out. Let's go pull. Because there's mad girls out.
It's just in the club.
In the club.
Yeah.
Like, the club is jumping like that.
Right,
It's jumping. We're
It's
like,
popping. Like,
it's popping. The
packed.
club's
It's pretty
popping.
packed. Like everything's packed.
So we went out. We just found groups. We're like, yo, let's go shout out. We were going around showing people like, hey, like this is an after party at this spot, and then we didn't know how to do it. We're like, yo, we just pulled up the house. Like, yo, this is the house. It's a fucking mansion. You
Yeah.
know, they came back, shot up, seen the vibe. We're talking about like the section holds like fucking a shit ton. Like this is in a section. Like their sections are huge down there, and they're like, all right, these guys like the actual section is just having fun together. After that, like the club, the ratio was good. Like people were having fun. You know, like. You know when the girls like, you know, they start getting a little ratchet, it's a fun time. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like they don't get ratchet for no reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's be
You gotta
real.
be
Like,
lit to be
they
get
gotta-
ratchet.
you gotta
They
be
can't be
comfortable.
bored and ratchet.
Yeah.
They gotta be lit.
So then we're like, so we kept on doing that until Sheldon found like this huge group of girls, and then he brought them over. We brought them over, and I looked at the bottle. It was like 2 shots left. And I just walked away because I know Sheldon was about to pick it up and be like, yo, let's shot up. I did up there.
Can't do that.
I'm sorry, but it could. I just had to. It was just mad funny. You know when you're drunk, you're like, yo, it's not like something bad. Like I just know it's like a whole funny thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we were like, I was just right there. He picked it up. He poured one shot. He looked up. He was like,
Sick.
he was like, you know what's crazy? We're getting more.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Havers. If you made it this far, thank you, and I want to know who you are. DM me at Chopstick Murphys or Havers Podcast, or email my producer Andrew at haverspodcast@gmail.com to tell us a little bit about yourself, and I'll give you 15% off your next order at one of my favorite restaurants in Boston. Thank you so much, and remember, you got it all.